YouTube, what it do, my people? How y'all doing out there? Is everybody all right? Is everybody okay? Welcome to another episode of Narrowminded. I'm your boy, Reggie with the light. Well, I come to shine a light on the BS that's going on in the world today. And I also talk about topics and subjects that are important to me. And today's topic, we're going to talk about, was it worth it? Is it worth it to get your college degree, your bachelor's degree? This right here. Y'all see this right here? Yeah, y'all see this? Yeah. And yeah, I'm stunting. I'm showing off. I'm showing off because I did it. You know what I'm saying? I did it. You feel me? But I graduated with my bachelor's way back. I ain't even gonna tell y'all when it was, 'cause I don't want y'all to know how old I am. Nah, but anyway, so and a lot of people have the question, is it worth it? Is it worth for me to go get in debt to get a bachelor's degree? So I'm gonna just explain to you from my experience what I have experienced with this here degree, and was it worth it to me? Okay, and I'm gonna break it down in different categories. First of all, what I would say is I wish that the black community celebrated, black men getting their college degree more than they celebrated black men, more than they celebrate black men coming home from a long prison bid or coming home from jail. You know what I'm saying? I was on YouTube and I watched Rocka Flocka. I believe his uncle or something like that was just released from prison for 25 years. And it was like the whole family went up there and they gathered, and grandma was praising God and she was dancing, and everybody was happy. And when he came out them gates, some young lady, I don't know if she was if that was her boo or whatever, she ran up to the van and hugged him, and which is cool. You should be happy when one of your family members get released from prison. Prison is a bad thing. Prison is not humane at all, except for those who committed, a crime as far as like murder, rape, and things like that. But for non-violent offenses like selling drugs and things like that, especially marijuana, I just don't believe that prison is the place where people need to go, especially now that marijuana is legal and the government is making billions and billions of dollars off of it. But anyway, don't let me get off topic. In our community, in the black community, people who come home for prison get some type of clout. They have some type of clout. The women, go crazy. Fresh fish. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, first of all, why are you calling a grown man fresh fish anyway? Like that like what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? And second of all, when I got my degree from doing my 4-year bid in college, you know what I'm saying? When I walked across that stage, wasn't no women screaming, fresh fish. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no women throwing their drawers and underwear and bras at the stage. I ain't getting none of that love. You know what I'm saying? But when and it's hard. That was hard. It's easy to get in trouble. It's hard to stay out of trouble, and it's hard to actually try to better yourself, to educate yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I wish that, we would celebrate black men graduating from college more than we celebrate black men coming home from prison. But let me get back on track. To me, is it worth it? Currently, I have $70,000 in debt. Now, I'm not going to blame that on, the institution, the college institutions or anything like that, because the reason why I'm not going to blame that, because I actually had a full football scholarship, that covered everything, I had a full football scholarship where I could have got a free education, but me, being young and not understanding the opportunity that was given to me, I became a young parent, a young father at the age of 20. So I decided that I should, give up this full football scholarship and go home and get a job and try to provide for my child. Not knowing that that was a bad decision. I should have stuck it out, got that free education, and I would have, killed two birds in one stone. I would have got a degree and I wouldn't have been in debt. But, when I went home to raise this child, I was working at a warehouse, 12-hour shift warehouse. And I was like, hell no, this is not for me. I ain't finna be working in this goddamn warehouse all my damn life. I am too intelligent for this. I am too smart for this. I have too much to offer the world to be working in a damn warehouse with some rednecks looking through a damn glass window down at me, slaving, rubbing their little chin like, yeah, boy, work that machine, get on that goddamn forklift and do what you got. Go, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy, you know what I'm saying? I said, nah, that's not the life I want to live. So I took my black ass back to college, but this time I had to pay. So that's where the $70,000 in debt comes from. So if you an athlete and you're gonna get any type of scholarship that helps you pay for your education, yes, you should do that. You should take that opportunity to go get a free education or go get an education that's halfway paid for, or however much they're gonna give you. Yes, do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it would be worth it. But the thing when I was in college, my first couple of years, I didn't really take it that serious. I was still playing around. I was joking around and things like that. After I left school and went home and worked that 12-hour shift job, that's when I realized I need to take it serious. So when I went back to school, I was focused. I had tunnel vision. I was taking 18 credit hours a semester. And when you go to college, if you've never been to college, 18 credit hours is a big load. You usually want to take like 12 credit hours. That's like the normal kind of 2 low credit hours you take per semester. But I was trying to get the hell up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because I had already wasted enough time. So, I was focused. I knew what I wanted to do. And that's another thing. When you go to college, before you go to college, try to figure out what you want to do. When I first went to college, I wanted to be a history teacher, but when I went to go to my guidance counselor or the counselor, and they said, you're going to have to take 2 more years of Spanish, I was like, oh, nah, hell no, I can't do that. I searched around for degrees that fit my personality, and I came up with social work because I'm a social person. I like helping people, and, it just fit my personality. I liked the program that they had at my college. So I chose social work, and so whatever you're going to take up is a big key, whether it's worth going to college or not. In my opinion, since I've graduated from college, social work is not a bad field to go into. It's many job opportunities and things like that. But if you are going to if you want to go to college because you want to make a lot of money, social work is not really you got to decide what fields you want to go into. Like, the people that really need to go to college are people like engineers, scientists, biologists, lawyers, doctors, things like that. If you want to be that, of course you have to go to college. There's no other way around that. But if you want to do any other degree, business too. Business, you have to go to college. There's no way around that. But if you don't have the resources, like a lot of because I was a first generational college student. So once my parents dropped my ass off at college, I was out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much had to figure it out on my own. But the journey was really good. I met a lot of good people. I met a lot of friends. It taught me how to be independent. It taught me how to pretty much get up on my own. It taught me that if I wanted it, I was gonna have to do it. I was gonna have to be. What did it teach me? It taught me responsibility. I was gonna have to be responsible to get up, to go to these classes, because nobody's there to push you to get up to go to these classes. And the college that I went to, it snowed a lot. It was like snow all the time. So you wake up in the morning, it's 6 inches of snow outside. You like, man, I don't really feel like going to class. And you can do that. You can roll over, go back to sleep. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Your professor ain't gonna call your cell phone and say you need to get to class. Your parents ain't gonna be really on you because they ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So college really taught me responsibility. Get your ass up, go take care of your responsibility. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm $70,000 in debt. The longer you stay in college, the longer, the more debt you're gonna be in. So you don't wanna really waste time, So you really wanna make sure you know what you wanna go. Before you go, try to make up in your mind what you wanna do. Now I understand that you're young, you probably really don't know what you wanna do, but after the first 2 years, you should know, like narrow it down, like what you wanna do. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if you don't want to be like one of those things I named, like an architect, an engineer, a doctor, a lawyer, a chemist, a biology major, and things like that. If you're not going to do that, then or a teacher or a lawyer. We need teachers, we need lawyers. If you're not going to do one of those in business, if you're not going to do one of those, then you really need to think about the debt that you're gonna get in getting one of those degrees, But I'm gonna tell the debt. Yeah, the debt is a bad thing, but I'm gonna give you a pro. Those are a little bit of the cons, but I'm gonna give you the pros of getting that bachelor's degree. Getting a bachelor's degree. Sorry for my speech. It really can open doors for you in the work field. Like I got a bachelor's degree in social work, so I was able to really get into a lot of decent paying entry level jobs that could have led to me moving up into the corporate, I guess moving up the corporate ladder. Right? The thing about this degree is you will get a lot of opportunities for entry level corporate American positions that can get you in the door and give you a chance to move up that corporate ladder. Decent paying jobs. I can say that's what this degree has paid off for, is getting me decent paying jobs where I don't have to do physical labor. And that's another thing about college. Is college better than trade school? The thing about college is, the difference between trade school and college, right? If you go to college, you're pretty much preparing yourself, depending on what degree you got, to go work in corporate America. But if you have a trade, if you go to trade school, you are training yourself to be your own boss, and that's the difference. Going to work in corporate America or being your own boss. Trade schools, you can go to be a dental hygienist. You can go to be a dentist. You can go to be a welder. You can go to be, a mechanical engineer. You can go to trade school to learn a lot of different things. You can go to be a plumber. You can go, trade schools are good for people who want to be their own boss. I mean, in college, you can be your own boss too by going to business school and things like that. But, that's the difference between, I never went to trade school, but I'm just giving you the difference. And also trade school, you're probably not going to be in that much debt as if you go to a 4-year degree college, right? But the thing is that the difference about being your own boss and working for somebody else, when you're your own boss, you have to work more hours. You have to really, it's going to be up to you. If you get sick, you don't get, it's not like when you work for a major corporation and you get sick and you got 401k and you got sick days and you got FMLA and you got all these different type of insurances to help you pay your bills once you get sick. Being your own boss and going to trade school, once you get sick, if you're a plumber and you get sick and you're not out there doing no plumbing work, then you ain't gonna be able to get no money during that time that you're sick. Now, the good thing about being your own boss is you can open up your own plumbing business and have people working up under you, but before you get to that point, you're gonna have to do all the work yourself. So that's pretty much the difference between trade school and going to get that 4-year degree. When you go get that 4-year degree, you can go work at these entry-level corporate American jobs, and you can start building your 401k. You can have insurance for yourself and your children. You can have sick days. You can it's different advantages than when you go to trade school and become your own boss. You know what I'm saying? But and those are some of the cons, some of the pros and the cons, but is it worth it? Is it worth it? The thing is, I'm $70,000 in debt. None of the jobs that I've had in corporate America paid me $70,000 a year. None of them. You know what I'm saying? But they have paid me $40,000 a year, $42,000 a year, $45,000 a year. But me, I've grown and realized me working for somebody else is really not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Taurus. I don't like people telling me what to do. I don't, so I'm more of a person who kind of should have went towards trade school because I like being my own boss. I like making my own schedule. But I'm not mad at me getting this degree because it has opened a lot of doors for me. And another thing, if you are going to continue your education, what I mean by continue your education, if you are going to get your master's and then your PhD, yes, it's worth going to college because, you have to get this bachelor's first. You have to start, this is the foundation. So yes, if you know that you're going to continue your education, yes, go to that 4-year degree, get your foundation and things like that. And also, once you get into those entry-level corporate American jobs, they have programs that will pay for you to go get higher education and go get your master's and things like that. So that's another good thing about getting this bachelor's degree and being able to get into these entry-level corporate American jobs is, they will pay to further your education. So once you get your master's, the job that you work for, they will reimburse you for the classes that you're getting your master's in and all of that. So that, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. The bad thing is the debt that you get in. The good things is the opportunities that it opens up for you in corporate America if that's the route that you want to go. If you want to be in corporate America, go get your bachelor's degree. If you want to be your own boss, trade school is probably a better route, but me going to trade school, I never been a mechanical dude. I never been a dude that want to be mechanical, working with, screws, nuts, bolts, oil, I never been that type of dude. So, I played sports and things like that. But as far as like physical labor jobs, I had physical labor jobs. What man, haven't worked in a warehouse before? Like, yes, I worked in a warehouse before, but is that my preference? Rather than sitting at a desk in the AC, looking at a computer screen, clicking on some shit, you know what I'm saying? To each his own. But, was it worth it? Like, my college experience was fun. I met people from all different areas of the world, white, black, different people, different beliefs, different, characteristics. Met some of my best friends, made some of the best memories in my life. And that's the thing about it. If you're gonna go to college and you're gonna go to a college that's not in your hometown, your home city, in your home city, and you're gonna go far away, it's fun. I'm not even gonna lie, it's fun. Living in a dorm room, being young, it's fun. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Yes, it is fun. I don't know how it's gonna be now with all of this, with everything going on, with the pandemic and COVID and all of this. I don't know how it would be now, but back when I was in college, yes, it was very fun. Nights where you just hanging out with your friends and you going from dorm to dorm, and people got beer and alcohol, and you're just enjoying your time away from your parents and being a young adult and learning how to be responsible, even learning how to be responsible while, being intoxicated, partying and things like that. It's all a learning experience. It's all about learning, meeting new people, meeting, and some of the people that you meet, you can use, you never know who these people might become. These people might go off and start a Fortune 500 business. They might go off and become famous, and they will always remember you. So you can use that in your favor if you need to. You can hit them up. Yeah, man, I see you got your business going. Do you need any help? I need help with this. I need help with that. And depending on y'all friendship, they'll look out for you. So that's another good thing about going to college. But the biggest con about this college is the debt. The debt. That's it. If it wasn't for the debt, yes, I would recommend college, especially for people who don't know what they want to do. I would recommend college because your first 2 years, you're not doing nothing but taking pretty much like classes that you took in high school anyway. You're not really taking none of your major classes. You're just taking refresher courses that you pretty much took in high school and things like that. So I don't think college is a bad thing necessarily. It's all how you use it. Either you're going to use it for your advantage or you're not going to use it for your advantage. If you use it for your advantage, yes, it's worth going. If you don't know what you want to do, maybe you don't need to go. Maybe you need to, probably go to a community college at first, at the crib, until you kind of figure out what you want to do with your life. And I'm not saying the only way you be successful if you go to college. We all know that's not the truth. It's people that didn't even finish high school that are millionaires, billionaires. It's people that went to college, dropped out, that have Fortune 500 businesses that are millionaires, billionaires. But this will give you, everybody's not going to be a billionaire, everybody's not going to be a millionaire. So this will at least put you in the game. This bachelor's degree will at least put you in the game to comfortably take care of yourself. And I will say comfortably because if you get a bachelor's degree, you will at least make $40,000 a year at some entry-level corporate American job. But anyway, that's all I got to say today on this topic. I hope y'all enjoyed this topic. If you watched this episode of Narrowminded, thank you for watching another episode of Narrowminded. It's your boy Reggie with the light. I'm out.